everybody. Well, I'm back on the bike. I've been off it for about, I don't know, I haven't actually ridden it properly for about a week. Just a little update on my foot. Basically, the doctors refused to drain it because it's too close to the digital nerve in my foot. And the hospital has not given me an appointment and has said it's probably going to be a couple of weeks before I even get, like a letter back for the consultation, which might be in, I don't know how many weeks' time. And then I've got to wait for the operation. It's left me in the shit a little bit because although I can actually use my foot, for small periods of time, there is no way I could last more than about an hour and a half in the kitchen at work. So I'm currently signed off, which I'm not fucking best pleased about, but there's not a lot else I can do about it. I can't, if I stand up for more than about an hour and a half, then it gets to the point I just could not work. And I haven't got the choice of sitting down as a cook. And I've had very contradicting advice from the doctors because I've had to go back and forth to the doctors a couple of times. Seen 3 different doctors about it now, and none of them were my doctor. Yeah, one said make sure that you don't wear tight-fitting shoes. That's only going to make things worse, stuff like that. The other one told me to get a compression sock. When am I supposed to fucking know what to do? I just want to go back to work. I just want them to fucking get rid of the thing. And it has been stressing me out. It's nice to get back on the bike, get rid of some of that stress. So things are going to continue as normal basically on my channel, but I'm not going to be able to do anything like green laning, walking around. Just if I'm on the bike, it's okay, it's not too bad, I can deal with it. But yeah, I've got to somehow get something sorted so I can get back to work. Could someone let me know what happened? Like a week and a half ago when I was last riding regularly, it was warm and it was nice. I'm fucking freezing right now. Wow, I was not expecting this. But when I do go for little rides to get fresh air and, get out of the house, I can do sort of subject-based stuff. So, that's a little update of what the fuck's going on. I'm sorry to moan about it again, but it is relevant because, it means I can't do shit and because it is going to have an effect on what videos I can and can't do. Which is why I've decided I'm going to do another Q&A. Because obviously while I'm at home, I can do this shit. So yeah, the Q&A, you know the score. It's about 20 questions I'll answer. Post your questions as a comment in this video and nowhere else because I'll only be taking them from this video. Ask anything you like. You might get an answer, you might not. Any subject, try and make it interesting, try and also make it quite short because obviously I like to read out the question first, and if it's a fucking, half a War and Peace, I'm not going to be able to do that. Try and make them different from questions that have been asked in previous ones, and even though I've said that every single time after the first Q&A I've ever done, I always tend to get the same questions again. It'd be nice to get some completely different, anything from the wildlifey stuff to bikes, photography, anything. Jesus. See, they've got attack dogs after me now. Anyway, yeah, so the Q&A, you know the score. Put those questions below. Oh, look at the crows, let's check out the new exhaust. Oh, yes, works perfectly. So yeah, I'm back, albeit in a tentative form. Obviously I can't go green laning or do anything too extreme. I can't risk slamming my foot down or anything like that. But I can do the subjecty stuff. So if there's any subjects you want to see me cover, suggest them. I'll be honest, when I've asked this before, I've only ever had about 2 or 3 that I've ever been like, yes, I'll do that subject. Because generally I've already covered the subjects that are suggested, or the ones that I wouldn't cover. They're not in my interest. But, I might have missed something out. So, leave questions for the Q&A. Any subjects you want me to cover, make a suggestion. And otherwise, and thank you for putting up with my whinging about my fucking foot, but if I don't tell you, you're not going to know why I'm currently in this situation I'm in. Anyway, I'll catch you next time.